You know him, you love him, you have seen him everywhere from the dollar bill to your nightmares. It's your favorite triangle-shaped fella, Bill Cipher! Bill Cipher's a god and he also looks amazing in formal wear. Just look at him in that cool top hat. But now for the question you clicked on this video for. How powerful is Bill Cipher? Let's start off by listing his powers, and trust me, he has a lot of powers. Some of these are we just gonna go over quickly, and some are we gonna go over in detail. But now, let's get into the list. Flying. Mind reading. Possession. This is done through deals or dead bodies. Cyphervoyance. Bill is able to see every possible future. The future is constantly changing, so Bill can't see the exact thing that's gonna happen in the future. Pyrokinesis. In other words, creating fire. Entering minds and dreams. He can enter your mind if you shake his hand, and he can enter your dreams whenever you're sleeping. He doesn't seem to have too much power inside of someone's mind, as shown when he enters Stanley's mind and he can't escape. Seeing parallel universes. Size manipulation of self and others. Sending telepathic messages. He has done this once to time, baby. Petrification, aka a fancy word for turning people into stone. Chrysopia, aka turning stuff to gold.
Bill?
Oh yeah? And I know a riddle. Why did the old man do this?
This?
Quick regeneration. Laser vision and laser hands. Unlike a lot of other characters, Bill is able to change the heat and intensity of his lasers. This laser is strong enough to evaporate Time Baby, a being that have survived being smashed into Earth from space, head first. Telekinesis. In other words, moving stuff with your mind. Communicating through the mindscape and forcing people into it. I don't know what you should call this power, but feel free to name it in the comments. Creating reality bubbles and bubbles of pure madness. Rearranging the human body.
How about instead I shuffle the functions of every hole in your face?
Geokinesis. In other words, bending the earth. Turning people into objects.
You turned into a chair!
Why don't you have a seat and relax?
Giving objects life. Molecular manipulation. Molecular manipulation is when you can turn something into something completely different, like turning a hot dog into a gun. Phragokinesis, aka creating explosions. Creating multiple limbs. I don't think I need to explain this one, this is pretty self-explanatory. Creating thunderclouds. Controlling time. Bill says he can control time itself, but I'm not entirely sure to which extent.
And now that dumb baby's out of the way, time itself!
Self-duplication. Mind control. Or whatever you wanna call this. Force choking. Seeing through anything that resembles him. For example, the pyramids or a dollar bill. Super speed. In this clip, we can see Bill moving with immense speed, moving to Dipper in just 1 frame or 1/24th of a second. Now you might be asking yourself, how fast can he move? Using this scene, we can see how far he flew in 1/24th of a second. We can calculate Bill's height in this scene, presuming he didn't grow before grabbing Ford. We can use Ford's height, being 188 centimeters or 6 foot 2 inches, to calculate that Bill is 752 centimeters or 24.7 feet. This would mean that Bill flew around 30 meters or 98 feet. This would mean that Bill could at least move 720 meters per second or 2,362 feet per second. Super strength. Bill has been seen carrying Earth with one hand. This is in a fictional scenario though that he made up for Stanford. Even though it is a made up scenario, this wouldn't be too wild that Bill would be able to do. I say this because in the book of Bill we can read that he crashed 2 planets together to in quotation mark, make them kiss. So, if we assume that he can carry the Earth with one hand, he could without a problem carry 5 sextillion 972 quintillion metric tons, or 5 sextillion 877 quintillion 681 quadrillion 400 trillion imperial tons. That's a pretty big number. That weight is equal to 426 quintillion 571 quadrillion 430 trillion large buses. Random fun Bill Cipher fact. Bill has destroyed his own dimension, and Time Baby says he could destroy the Gravity Falls one too.
Imagine living in the second dimension. Flat minds in a flat world with flat dreams. I liberated my dimension, Stanford, and I'm here to liberate yours.
That was a fun Bill Cipher fact, Jokeman, wasn't it? Yes, so fun, Jokeman. But anyway, back to the video. Now, let's get over to Bill Cipher's weaknesses. No physical form. Without a physical form, Bill can't use most of his powers. The only powers that Bill can use without a physical form is possession, entering minds, cyphervoyance, seeing through stuff that resembles him, and entering dreams and the mindscape. McGucket's memory gun. This works by destroying the memories of the person Bill is possessing. It seems to work with the human forgetting about Bill, as in with Bill not being able to enter babies' minds. This is because of their lack of object permanence. Bill would instantly vanish from existence the second they got a new thought. This is also the way they killed Bill Cipher in the finale.
Why isn't this working?
Hey, look at me. Turn around and look at me, you one-eyed demon. You're a real wise guy, but you made one fatal mistake. You messed with my family.
You're making a mistake. I'll give you anything. Money, fame, riches, infinite power, your own galaxy, please. No! What's happening to me?
Quantum Destabilizer. This is a weapon of immense power which needs a huge amount of energy to work. This weapon is powered by a radioactive material called Now You See It, Now You Don't-ium. This weapon is able to kill Bill if it hits him in the center of his body, not anywhere else, as shown when Ford misses with the weapon and hits his hat instead, which is removable but is still weirdly enough a part of his body. Prophecy. It's said to be able to banish Bill, but it's never proven to work, so we can't guarantee that it isn't a false prophecy. Barrier made from unicorn hair, moonstone, and mercury. This creates an impenetrable barrier for Bill that he can't enter in any form, and is able to resist any form of attack from him. This includes his powers and his physical attacks. Being attacked in the eye. The eye seems to be a weak spot that can take much less than the rest of his body. This though isn't a shocking thing, because I think most beings have a hard time being attacked in the eye. But now let's wrap the video up. Bill has been revived once from death, but that isn't really a part of his power as he got revived by the axolotl. The axolotl has also put Bill in a place called the Therapism. The Therapism is a therapy place for evil creatures with immense power, where with good behavior they can be reincarnated as, for example, a newt. Who wouldn't want to be reincarnated as a newt? Just look at a little guy. But anyway, now for the reason I mentioned the Therapism. Bill is one of 2 creatures that are in max security, meaning that he's much more dangerous than most creatures. Bill is a creature that is on a universe-destroying level, who is able to kill weaker beings with just a little snap of his fingers.
I've got the kids! I think I'm gonna kill one of them now, just for the heck of it! Eeny! Meeny! Miny!
You! Wait! I surrender!
The main thing that stops Bill from destroying the Gravity Falls universe is a barrier holding him stuck in the city of Gravity Falls.
Just one hitch. As it turns out, my weirdness can't escape the magical confines of this town. There's something keeping me in.
Incredible. Gravity Falls' natural law of weirdness magnetism.
Therefore, I have made a list of some stuff Bill is able to beat in a fight. Time Baby. A normal baby. The Boss Baby. Baby Mario. The Economy. A Walmart employee. Homelander. Alistor. The Flash. You made it to the end of the video! Congrats! Thank you all for watching, and I hope you liked the video. If I have missed any fact, please feel free to drop it down in the comments. And if you don't agree with my list, well, too bad, it's my channel. But feel free to put it in the comments. I haven't made too much sure of what is exactly correct with who could beat Bill, but I have taken pretty much say picks that I believe without needing to look in too much to it Bill could be able to beat. But anyway, thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!